a Husqvarna 50, and it is the 300th anniversary edition. Old school saw. I picked it up for $100. We'll put some seals in it today. See what I can do. Go on a little side quest. Get some stuff done. Nope. There's a Husqvarna. There we go. Yeah, it's a cool saw. It ran really great when I got it for about 30 minutes. Once it got hot, it said, nope, I'm not going to run proper anymore. And so, first assumption is crankcase seals. That's what we're going to go with. Hopefully that fixes the issue. But we will see. Not taking too many of these Huskies apart. I've taken a lot of the stills apart. So I'll be looking around for tools a lot. For the pull start cover. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Let's see. I keep all my hardware separate from this other crap I got laying here. I don't get confused later. Trust me, it'll happen. Ended up with this saw because a friend of mine, we were talking about saws one day, and he didn't know what saws were good or what saws were bad. And I said, well, usually any of the Huskies are pretty good saws. And so he come along and he's like, well, I bought this thing. He said, I don't know what's good or what's bad about it. And I looked at him and I said, well, you want to get rid of it? He said, yeah. I said, how much? He said, $100. I pulled it out of my pocket and said, all right. Took it home, put fuel in it, fired it up. It's a pretty good saw, actually. Just old, I mean. As normal. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess that's going to be my next step. Reverse thread action. If I'd have used my brain, I would have known what the hell was going on. Bloop. Just keep all that sitting right there. All right. Switch back to our other one. Let's see, you go there, you come out. Bingo, bango. I don't exactly know how this guy here comes out. Yeah, he just comes up. That's what I was thinking. Be careful with this white plastic. They like to break after a few years of being used. Be delicate with it. There we go. Got that bad boy out of there. Oh yeah. Yeah, looks like we're gonna be a full teardown on this sucker. Look at my seals here. No clue if any of these seals are right either. They look right, correct shapes and whatnot, but got 2 cylinder seals, 2 exhaust seals, 2 carb seals, and 2 crankcase seals. That's probably correct. And we're looking proper. Kinda. Well, we'll continue on. Spark plug. This and all that. Fuel line's kind of on there. We'll just give it a twist. Nice easy twist. There we go. You go on there. We'll just set all that aside because we don't need to mess with that. That's not something we need to mess with right now. Okay. I don't necessarily want to go too deep, but looks like we're going to. Boo-ba-doo-boo. Exhaust. Pull the dog off of it. That bad boy. Muffler with no Oh, it does. It does have one. We'll just leave it on there though. Bam, bam, bam. Fan covers, fan shroud off. I guess that's the next little guy. Let's see if we can get him off. Boom, boom, boom. I'll put you right over here on my tools, so you know I'd have to reach right at you every time. Genius. Well, that joker says no. But I got one here that can't say no. The bigger and better, older, newer brother. It didn't even think about it. Put it back over here. A little bit newer drill. I don't want to go screwing it up, getting all greasy. We'll put it to the side. All right. Now, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yep, we're going pry and smack. Good old pry and smack just doesn't want to do. See if I can get a little more oomph on it. Oh. I believe it did pop. It did. Did it? Let's see. It did not. Get back on there. Alright. There it goes. Just needed a solid hit. Sometimes those are a pain in the butt to get off, but a little bit of practice at it and they come off pretty quick. Alright. I guess I ain't got nothing stopping me from taking this coil out the way. I'll just go ahead and do that. Well, let's see. Let's see. Well, from the looks of it, I'm going to have to take the top end apart. Don't necessarily want to. Yeah, that's a tricky bit to find. I'm sure I have something, but might be a pain in the butt. Let's see. It's going to be a 5/16, but it needs to be long and skinny. 1/4 inch extension. I just need a 1/4 inch 8mm or 5/16. Because won't anything else do? Let's see what we got on these bits here. Well, well, well. Might not have anything in here. Yep. Just need a 1/4 inch 5/16. Alright. I shall return. Alright. Come up with a contraption that'll do. Does pretty good, actually. And a magnet. What kind of crap is going on there? No, you're the same size, you just ain't going down in there. Alright. That's a very oddball little joker there. Bits. Can't see in all these things, so I'm gonna dig around. Must be some kind of dummy. Got a whole set here. I ain't even used. Pretty cool little set from Harbor Freight. Let's see if we can get that one to work. Yeah, I don't know which one's metric and which one's not. Let's find out. 30 seconds. I don't see those around. A stubborn little chainsaw. Doesn't really want to cooperate for anything. And the plastic's sharp. Very sharp. Yeah, it's got a little slice there. Here we go. It's not the most fun experience, I know. But I prefer working on the steels myself. But this little guy's pretty cool, I do know that. And you. That's what I was thinking. Didn't have it unbolted all the way. Alright. Yeah, she's a little black in there, but man, that's really in good shape. Really good shape. I'm just gonna leave those jokers there. We don't need to mess with that. All we need to get to is these two seals. If we could pop this joker out. Pop that joker out. We'll be doing alright. It actually looks really good. So we'll just try and keep it clean. And I think I'm going to go the down and dirty route. This guy. This guy doesn't look to really want to come out of there. Let's see. Greasy. Yeah, it's not going to come over that worm gear for that seal. So that's a tricky little part here, I think. Let's see. Go ahead and take all this crap apart. If you're gonna do it right. That's what they say, I guess. Let's go back to power tools. I don't know, stuck in the Stone Age or something. A little bit easier to handle without that junk on there. All right. So go back up here, out of the way. Alright, so we got that. We got that. Let's see. That's pretty cool. I do like that. Let's see if we can get a little nasty screwdriver in here and do a little pushing and prying. I don't know if these seals are going to want to come up. Boy, pretty big piece of rubber there. Let's see. Likes that, doesn't it? Some oil and smooth. Oh yeah, that one's in pretty good shape. Let's see. One more. And it's denying everything. There we go. Break it loose a little bit. See if I can do this without destroying it or stabbing myself. I don't know if I can. Let's see. Let's give it a shot. I hate to grab the pliers and tear it all to pieces, but might just be what we have. Yeah, this thing's old. And it's on the chain side, so it's all ugh, in those words. Just gotta work it up. Work it up without tearing it up too bad. Tore it up a little bit, but well, I'll have to replace that joker now. I had a feeling it was going to happen. So, oh well. Alright. Well, here we go. Covering up another mystery. This one is in much nicer shape. Seems like a shame to have to replace all these because of one, but I guess that's just the way it goes. Alright, hell yeah. We've got a stink bug. Check that little guy out. He's alive. Get him out of here. Pretty neat. Little gas tank system there. Alright, we'll set that to the side. Now we got this bad boy. We're just going to pop it all the way apart. Because we went this far. Why stop now? Get some of that smooth out of there around the bolts that's holding it together. That way at least I can maybe get the bolts loose. You know, I have no idea how much bar oil is in this thing, and it is dripping, so I'm going to give that a check before we go too crazy. I might just have to dump it. Yeah, there is a little bit. Yeah. It's not completely full or nothing, so. Alright, we'll continue on. Minded, you probably don't have to do all this to replace your crank seals, but it's not a horrible idea. Just give it a once over and making sure there's no other bolts holding her together so I don't break anything. And we should be good. Alright. Yeah, it's already flexing and coming apart, so it's not going to be a very large jump to get it all the way apart. But I do need this weird looking hammer. Would be. Alright. I want to try and be gentle. I think this is just magnesium, so it's literally a soft metal. I'm not really interested in shoving anything in between the sealed area, so let's see. It is starting to come apart. It'd be nice if it had some separator tabs on it. A little spot where you could get a flathead and just... But it does not. It does not. Not that I can tell anyways. Unless we have something under the coil holding it together. It is a possibility. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see what bits we got. Yeah, of course, everything else, and then they go Allen bits on the coil for some weird reason. Tiny Allen bits too. Little tiny Allen bits. Alright. Get out of here. Have to reset all this anyway, so not a big deal there. Let's see. I don't see any bolts. Negatory. Maybe I'm just need to hit it with my purse or something. I don't know. Just being a bitch. Yeah, I feel her coming apart more and more. I just am not interested in breaking anything. Well, you just can't get a hand in there for nothing. We're gonna have an ungodly mess when this thing pops open. Let's see. Just wanna situate and move stuff back to where it goes. Can't believe I tore that thing up. I just slap her back together for now and replace it later. We'll see. Alright, I'm really struggling with this guy. I know someone's probably screaming at the camera, just do this. I'm a fool trying to be delicate with it. Done broke something, so it's got me a little I don't know, it feels like something's holding it together. That was a pretty hard flex there. Let's see. There ain't gonna be nothing in there. Nothing there. I just fucking sealed that good. It doesn't even come apart. I don't think them seals are going to be right either, but we'll find out eventually. Well, I have that jammed in there. Let's see if we can give it a few the wax with that in there. Never get it to pop apart. This is just a poly hammer, it's not a steel. Ain't fucking up nothing. In other words. That son of a bitch is on there. I really do feel like I'm fucking missing something here. Damn bolt inside of there. Sometimes I do weird shit. I'm saying nothing. All right. Man, I tell you. You see through all the holes. It's just a fucking crank holding it in there. If that's the case. Yeah, it'll only come off one way. Because of that bastard there. Okay. Well, we're just gonna go fucking a little bit wild on it. See if we can get it to fucking pop loose. I don't know. She's split now. Crack some. I mean, fucking shit. I've had them not want to come apart, but I ain't never had one fight me that bad. There's that end. I mean, Jesus. Just the crank holding it together. Bunch of schmoo on it. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. It's really just got me nervous. Pain in my butt. It's going now. It is just a damn fighter. It's just a damn fighter. Be a pain in the ass. Just to be a pain in the ass. I don't know how in the fuck I'm gonna get this side apart. Stills are easier, just saying. Stills are a lot easier. And this one I can just do. Just pop that seal right up and out of there. Son of a bitch. It launched it, but there it is. And it is the same seal that we have sitting over here. Pretty much identical. So, yay. But not yay. The gasket's wrong. Or it's just a fucking cheap knockoff. Let's see. Aha, gasket's proper. That part doesn't matter as much, but gasket's proper. I like it. Alright. So for half as smart as we think we are, we'll be able to put this back together. Ta-da! First I gotta clean up my splooge of mess here. Definitely. So I'm gonna get on that first. Well, it's a full teardown of a Husqvarna 50. I think it's an 87, 88, something like that. So yeah, that's the first teardown. I'll get all this stuff cleaned up. I'm gonna put it through the parts washer before I put it all back together. I'll put new seals in, new gaskets everywhere. Get it all back together and see how it goes. A little more than I thought it would be, but turned out pretty decent, I guess. Yeah, I'll get these cleaned up and see you guys on the next one.